Welcome inside the John Q. Hammonds Arena. We're back with you here as the Bixby boys and the Union boys prepare to play high school basketball here tonight on the campus of Bixby High School. I'm Rick Roy along with Nick Irwin. Also, we've got Andy Irwin and the Union Sports Network crew. Girls losing tonight by a score of 44-32. We've covered that one. Now it's on to the boys. Now, if you look at this boys game, this is a Union team that's very good. 15-5, 11-1 overall in district play. And a Bixby team that's 11-8 and 4-5, but much improved, Nick, from last year. And if you watch them in warm-ups, and you can tell a lot, they can shoot, they look athletic, and they do look better.
Yeah, and from anything from last season is going to be any type of improvement. So for tonight, Union taking on Bixby. Bixby, since they're kind of lower in the district on standings, they're kind of playing with a little chip on their shoulder that they want to kind of prove themselves. They're going to be able to have that kind of as an instigating factor of saying, hey, we want to show up to Union. It's their senior night. We want to be able to sweep the girls and the boys. Girls have done their part. So for Bixby, having that athleticism and kind of having that edge, we're going to be able to see that tonight.
You know, the bigger question comes over to the Union boys, and it's between the ear holes.
Mm-hmm.
They did not play well against Owasso, and part of that was Owasso played, I think, their best game of the year. There's no question. Their starters played almost the entire time. All of them played at a very high level. But how do you bounce back from that against a team that you beat so soundly last year?
Yeah.
And that if you've seen video or you've watched, you know that physically they aren't as good as you, but how do you mentally handle that and do what you need to do tonight?
Yeah, and I feel like for tonight, if Union had another team to play for tonight, a different team, maybe a team lower in the district standings, it might be easier for them to kind of switch off. For now, Union's going to still have to play to a high caliber because Bixby can bring it. They can bring that energy. But for Union tonight, how are they going to do it? As you mentioned, it's going to be what the mentality is, what the mindset is. If you are going to get a pretty dominating loss at Owasso last week here at the UMAC, now transitioning to this week, you're going to need to be able to play your game, know your identity, and be able to fight hard for all the players on your roster.
I think one of the bigger deals here tonight is how do you bounce back from it? How do you quote unquote make up from what happened last week? And again, it was really a very good game for that Owasso basketball team. But to me, this one is somewhat of a character game. If you come out here and you kind of slog around early, it shows that you still got not only maybe a little that mental hangover, but that you haven't been able to put yourself in a position of, look, I don't care who we're playing, we need to get better. Yeah. We're coming to postseason time and we have to improve.
Yeah, and it doesn't want to be one of those games where you're down for most of the game and then you're able to turn it on at the end and be able to come out with the victory. You want to have the lead the entire game and be able to have a high enough intensity where you're able to stay high and stay with that momentum so high so that you don't have to worry about falling off. And so if they start sluggish, as we were talking about, then they're going to need to turn it on. But we would rather have the latter and be able to come out the gate saying, hey, we had a bad game last week. We played a really good team. We're going to be able to move forward in that. And so for most of that, we always need to look to our core players. And for most of this season, Miles Flemons has been the one who's been able to score it all. He's the one who's able to have 30 points in 3 quarters, or is going to have 25 in a half. That's what we're going to need to look for tonight, because if we compare it to what Bixby has, only a player who's at least the height of 6'7", that's going to be a tough matchup for anybody else on the court.
Yeah, it'll be difficult, even though 6'7", 6'8" doesn't sound like that big of a difference. Miles Flemons brings with him that smoothness, a lot of good body control, and he's got some heft in there as well. Now, if you go down to who did play well, especially late for Bixby or for Union last week, it was Miles. But you got some late play that was pretty good out of Nawan as well, Nico Nawan. And these guys just had their senior night. There's got to be a lot of emotions running around out there. Now, one good thing about this staff, and we're talking about Coach Scott Norris, Jaron White, Terrence Buckley, and Derek Lewis. So Scott Norris, such a veteran in Oklahoma, it's very unlikely that he's going to let any mental hangover come into this. Not that he's going to go out and beat them up for a couple of days in practice. He just knows how to play that game and make that work.
And wants to make sure that he doesn't let his team put their chins down. He's going to be able to say, hey, chin up. We have more season in this. Games like tonight are going to be able to play a pivotal role and sees is this going to be something that projects us farther into the playoffs, or is it going to be something that pulls us down and is going to be a weight for us? So as we are winding down, shoot around, and looking towards kind of those last moments, I know Coach Scott Norris is going to be able to handle it.
Let's go to our PA address announcer for our starting lineups.
High School for tonight's 6A District 4 matchup between the Bixby Spartans and your Union Red Hawks. At this time, we ask that you please rise if you're able and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem by the Cedar Ridge Celebrities. First, let's meet the visitors, the Bixby Spartans. At 5'10", a senior, number 0, Jackson McCarter. At 6'2", a senior, number 1, Tyler Wright. At 6'7", a senior, number 2, Landon Walking Bull. At 6'1", a senior, number 3, Anthony Walters. And at 6'1", a junior, number 12, Cooper Coons. Head coach of the Spartans is Jordan Nagel, assisted by Felix Echeverria, Connor Kirtley, Roderick Traylor, Anthony Pettigrew, Kyle Evans, and Will Franklin. And now, Union fans, turn your attention to the video board.
When we come to town, we gon' let them know. And we don't play around, we gon' let them know. Do anything to win, if something's gotta give. If you don't know what it is, we gon' let them know. Thursday night, we been out on the road. Somebody hit those lights, let's get ready to roll. When we come to town, we gon' let them know. Every single down, we gon' let them know. Do everything to win, if something's gotta give. If you don't know what it is, we gon' let them know.
And now for the starting lineup for your Union Redhawks. At 5'9", a senior, number 0, Nico Nguyen. At 6'1", a senior, number 1, Trey Smith. At 6'2", a senior, number 5, Jackson Boyd. At 6'8", a senior, number 22, Miles Clemens. And at 6'4", a senior, number 23, Robbie Manning. Head coach of the Redhawks is Scott Norris, assisted by Jaron White, Terrence Buckley, and Derek Lewis.
So your starting lineups have been announced, and starting tonight, Trey Smith, Also starting tonight, Robbie Manning for Union, as some seniors will take the floor. Not that, and those guys are completely capable, Nick. They're the first guys off the bench to begin with. I like the move by Coach Norris.
Yeah, and for senior night, it's nothing that's going to surprise us. It's just another name that can be able to step up for Coach Norris. And so for the start, it's going to be very important that they still bring that starting lineup energy, because I know Coach Norris is going to have some very strong firepower coming off the bench.
Walking Bull will start at, or will jump at center against big old Miles Flemons here as we get this thing underway. It is Bixby against Union. Bixby, and if you're looking, thinking, why is Bixby wearing black? Hey, they wanted to, so they're in their all black tonight. Union in the white, of course, with the red numbers. Officials are set. Tip will go to the Red Hawks, and it will be Nico Nawan who will bring this up. Jackson Boyd back to Nawan, and now back to Jackson. He'll drive, turn, kind of stuck inside, goes to Miles. Flemons has that ball knocked out of there. It'll be taken away, and Walking Bull passes it off. Here comes Bixby.
Now when you compare Flemons and Walking Bull, Flemons has the more strong physique, but Walking Bull might have that agility over Flemons.
Ball out front to Coons. Not much there for him. Three-pointer coming, though, and that is off the backboard for Walters, or off the rim, pardon me, for Walters. Rebound Flemons. He had a ton of them against Owasso. Almost traveling with it, or walking with it there, was Nawan. Inside to Manning. He'll go back outside. And they're stepping on the line right there for Nawan. They had a nice little inside-out move, but Nico, when he put the foot back, hit that out-of-bounds line, and we still have no score. It will be basketball Bixby. Jackson McCarter will bring it up, the 5'10 senior. Trey Smith, a defensive specialist on him.
Interesting that Robbie Manning has Walking Bull as well.
Right, with the basketball down underneath. Nice little feed, block inside, though, and it would not go down for Walters. Here come the Red Hawks. Boyd, nice little move. Jackson kicks it out. Trey Smith inside. Manning. Robbie goes up, but he got capped. It's a jump ball.
Yeah, on that play, two hands on the ball Bixby got, and so Robbie Manning went up with it, got it capped, and it was going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow, Bixby.
Yeah, one thing that Robbie should have done there, and again, it's a Miles Flemons thing, go straight up, and Robbie just took it down just for a moment. Walters way out front. Walking Bull with it now. Drive on the inside. Smith got beat a little bit. Little left-hander won't go, though. McCarter missed, and Flemons with another rebound, and here comes Nico Nawan. Still no score, 6:19 to go first period. Flemons way out front. He'll go off to Robbie Manning. Nawan has all kinds of room. Here comes the three. Got it. Nico knocks down the first points. It's 3-0 Union.
The strength of Flemons able to set the pick there, and then was able to find the space was Nawan.
McCarter is way out front, taken away by Manning. Union, Manning inside. He kind of goes both hands, can't get it to go, but got his own rebound. Inside to Flemons, he powers up, and it's good, and he got fouled. Manning couldn't get the initial shot to go, but stayed in there, got his own rebound, went back to Miles, and that was pretty much a guarantee. Flemons will go to the line for the ad one. It is difficult to describe almost the manner of smoothness of Miles Flemons. Set on the free throw, and that one is woefully short. Didn't even touch the iron, so it will go Bixby's way. That is very unusual for Miles Flemons. 5-0 Union.
Happened in both of our games tonight, Rick.
McCarter. Off to right. He seems a bit trapped by Boyd, and he will go back to Coons. Coons wanted to drive, could not do it on Nawan. Quick little pull-up right there, and it's good. Tyler Wright knocked down the quick little two, and it's 5-2.
Now Wright's jump shot brings him so much into the defender, so that's why he fell down. Thankful no call that from the referee.
Also a lot of air under that. He can raise up and get that shot. Nico is stuck way outside, and again Union steps out of bounds at the very same place, and Scott Norris is not happy. And he is not yelling at the official, he's yelling at Nico. And all he's saying is court presence, guys. Be aware of where you're stepping. 5-2 Union, 5:08 to go. Bixby will bring it up. McCarter will get the inbounds from Walters.
It was one of those moments where it got a little stagnant for a moment, and that's not what Coach Norris needs for his team. He wants to be keeping him moving.
And that's what Union is fighting right now. And a little three-pointer coming, and it goes down. Tyler Wright has 5 quick points for Bixby, and we're tied at 5. That three was sweet from the corner. Nico Nwan. A lot of attention being drawn right now by Flemons. They'll go out front to Manning, back to Nico. He'll drive. Nwan. Trey Smith for 3, will not go. Rebound Flemons. Miles is in there with 3 people, and they're, I think, going to call a tie. No, they're going to call, was it a timeout?
I believe it was going to be a foul on Bixby.
There it is, a foul. Initially, I could not quite tell. Miles was in there with 3 players when he got the foul, got the rebound. He untypically kind of went down a little bit. And they got hands on the ball. Now some replacements. Boyd will have a seat. Coming in, Dakarian Titsworth. Also coming in is Caleb King. And Robbie Manning will have a seat. This is more your traditional starting lineup, except Trey Smith is out there. Oh, they tried to tip it to the inside, and it gets knocked out of bounds by Bixby. However, they fumbled it out of bounds. Nice job by the Spartans, but then Walking Bull couldn't handle it, and Union will have it out of bounds again. Need a better inbounds here. Titsworth with it out of bounds. Nwan is going to be wide open out front. So we'll reset and start again in a 5-5 game. Flemons will keep the basketball. Miles drives, goes up, and it is blocked. That's an excellent block by Walking Bull, but Miles got it back, and he puts it right back for a 7-5 lead. And you can see Flemons a little fired up. He said a little something after that block. McCarter quickly down court. Almost dropped. McCarter takes it inside, and he got fouled. McCarter kind of fumbled that basketball, but then when he went up, Nick, he got slapped on the wrist.
Yeah, that was one of those moments where King was able to elevate with his hands up, but I guess the contact was seen down low, and so that's where the referee called the foul. Coach Norris's reaction didn't seem too pleased with it.
First free throw coming, 7-5 Union, 3:57 to go in this first period. That one goes in. So Jackson McCarter with his first point of the night. McCarter at 5'10", senior. Funny, though, in the world of basketball, he looks pretty short from up here. Second one goes in, McCarter with 2, and we're tied at 7. Titsworth will bring it up. 7-all. Flemons off to King. Titsworth looked like he had an inside drive there, but now he takes it back outside, goes across court. Now down inside, Flemons. He's got a lot of traffic, but got it up and down anyway. Miles Flemons had 3 players on him and still went and got it, and he's talking all the way down court to Walking Bull. 9-7 Union. I think Walking Bull must have said something after the block, Nick, because Miles, who's normally very quiet, is not tonight.
Intensity is high right now.
Right, drive, pull up. Nice little floater, won't go. Rebound by King, and here comes Union. Titsworth in a bit of a hurry, but the number is right now to Bixby. Flemons, hands off. Now down inside. King's got some room. They're going to call a charge. And I disagree with the call just like Nick. They're going to call a charge. Walters went down, but he was spinning when King was spinning, and then he just kind of, he sold it. I'll say that. His Academy Award worked, though, and the foul will be on Union, and it will be Bixby's basketball.
There's more contact on Flemons with 3 guys on him than that charge. So I know Coach Norris is lighting into the referees right now.
Griffin Stewart checks in for Bixby. Manning back in for Union. 9-7 Redhawks. 2:52 to go in this first period. Quick little move by Coons inside. He's got the floater, and we're tied again at 9.
And now Union doesn't want to touch Bixby because everything's a foul.
Cooper Coons with a nice little move, and we've got an even game. We wondered how Union would come out. Not bad at all, but Bixby's playing very good defense and fired up offense, and there's a steal. Kind of a lazy pass. McCarter in. Can't get it to go. Rebound underneath by Bixby. Put back up, and it's partially blocked, and it goes out of bounds. That will be Union's basketball. That was just a lazy pass.
Yeah, and for that pass, it was cut off, and so Union had to get quickly back on defense, but that was the impressive thing. We were able to at least show face enough to make those shots a little bit difficult for Bixby, and that led to going out of bounds and going to be possession Union.
Titsworth will bring it up. Trey Smith in the corner is pretty much alone. Titsworth will float it down inside to Flemons. It's knocked away. On the ground was Bixby, but Union has it back to Manning. Now quickly to Smith. Back to Robbie. Inside, Miles got it up and got it down, but they're going to call a foul, a hold, if you will, before that shot. Unfortunately, Miles got it and got it down quickly, but they called the foul beforehand, and it will be out of bounds Redhawks. Flemons will take it out of bounds. And the break goes out to Manning and now out to Titsworth, and we'll reset this offense at 9-9. Inside, Manning, nice little move, couldn't get it to go, followed his own shot and got it down. Robbie Manning makes it 11-9 and shows you right there, the miss isn't what matters, it's the effort.
Yeah, and I think with Flemons being the inbounder, that kind of turned Bixby off for just a moment. Manning was able to capitalize.
Coons trying to make that same little move. Spins, nice move by Coons, got it to go. Excellent move by Cooper Coons. He has 4, and we're even again, 11 all.
Felt the weight of the defender and used the momentum to blow right by him.
And that's not a bad defender either. He did that past Nico Nwan. Trey Smith wanted to go quickly. They'll go over to Nwan. That will be not any good.
Nice
Knocked out
Flemons.
of there by Flemons. Nice job, Trey Smith. Cuts inside, goes to Manning. Robbie, deep down inside. Can't get the thing to go. Robbie got his own rebound, blocked. And Bixby comes up with it, and there's going to be a foul call.
Travel.
Nope, they're going to call a travel. Thought that was going to be a foul, but everybody was moving, and that caused the ball to be kind of bounced up in the air, and as Bixby grabbed it, they shuffled feet.
This is so helter-skelter right now. Every moment just seems like we can't even hold our breath.
Titsworth is going to go back out front, and we'll see with 55 seconds to go in this first period in the tie game if Coach wants it to slow. Titsworth had an opportunity to drive, goes inside to Flemons.
Nice.
Flemons, Trey Smith got a 3, got it. Trey makes it 14-11. That's a great, great job by Flemons to back down and find that open man.
Now they're triple teaming Flemons down low, so there's got to be someone open. Finds Trey Smith and is able to hit it in the corner.
Cooper Coons way out front to McCarter. 29 seconds now. Trying to work down inside is right. Can't get anywhere there. Nice little move inside right there. That was an excellent move. And that was Griffin Stewart who knocked it down. It's 14-13, and the Red Hawks will have one more opportunity.
Had to elevate that ball over Flemons as well.
Titsworth, nice job. Little long step, and he got fouled. Titsworth got past the first man, and as soon as he did, Nick, he looked around, and there were 2 others there. So he tried to pull up early. Fortunately, he got fouled. So Dakarian Titsworth will go to the line with 6.7 seconds to go in this first period and a 1-point Union lead. Dakarian looks like maybe he strained a little something. First shot goes in. It is the first point of the night for Dakarian Titsworth. Transfer has been very important this year for Union, and you have to work on him during this timeout, Nick. There's certainly something, what looks like maybe a foot.
Yeah.
Second shot's good as well. Titsworth has 2. And the lead is 16-13 Redhawks.
He's back
4
on
seconds
defense.
to go. McCarter way outside, launches one, and it's going to go off the backboard, and that's how we will end the first period. So Miles Flemons has 6, 3 for Nicholas Nwan, 3 for Trey Smith, and it's a 16-13 game. And as you said, I felt moments in that first quarter that were just too unsteady for both sides.
Yeah, it seems like you're really just playing at 100%, going 100 miles an hour. It's great that you have high intensity, but are you using that intensity for good moments? And so right now, both teams just kind of passing it, a lot of turnovers, a lot of bodies on the ground, rebounds are just not really being collected. So with a 3-point lead, obviously Union's going to take this, first quarter, but definitely going to need to clean it up. I do think Bixby is going to be coming out on a possible triple team on Flemons to really, really isolate him for the second quarter.
Well, that's exactly what Owasso did, and they had great success with it. Now, admittedly, Owasso's a little bit more athletic, and that's the reason they had more success, but you have to be able to adjust. Now, remember, these two teams have played once before up in the Bartlesville tournament earlier this year, and Union won 67-49. There's something else you have to overcome mentally. You've already beaten a team, and so you, in your mind, immediately believe, okay, we're that much better. And obviously, Bixby came out to say, well, maybe you're not, and so we got ourselves a good one. But you wouldn't expect anything different, and quite honestly, I mean, Coach Scott Norris, I would think, would certainly want a runaway victory. But I think having a physical game after an emotional game might be good for you, Nick.
Yeah, and especially with Fleming's getting a little chirpy down low, we kind of want to see that so we can hopefully get more buckets.
Titsworth almost got knocked out of bounds. Trey Smith for another three, can't go. Bergen with the rebound. Titsworth with a three, won't go. Rebound comes out to Walking Bull, and here comes Bixby. 16-13, just underway, second period here. Nice move down to the inside by Wright, and got it to go down. Tyler Wright, he has 7, and that is kind of maybe of a surprise here for Bixby, as they now only trail by 1, 16-15. Titsworth has room and had that ball knocked away. Here comes McCarter. Yeah, I think he went over and back, but it didn't get caught. He'll come off left side. Long three goes in and out for Harris. Rebound to Miles Flemons. Quickly down court. Long three's not going to go in for McIntyre, and it will be back to Bixby. And here's exactly what you talked about. It's a little bit too fast.
And with Union going and trying to shoot the three, limiting ourselves to getting an offensive rebound, Miles Flemons is outside the paint, so it's tough.
Down inside. Turns and shoots as Cooper Coons, and he got fouled. They will call Nawan for that one, and Coons will go to the line. He has 4 tonight already. 6:47 to go, second period, 16-15 Union. That first one will bounce around and off the rim. Game's a little bit disjointed right now, and Scott Norris is talking to the officials about that, and I'm not sure if he's complaining or just going, hey, can you slow my guys down? Second one goes in, and we're tied 16 all. Out front. Nuwan. Titsworth. Middle. McIntyre. He's got room. Jackson wanted to take the shot. Couldn't. Had it taken away from him. Down court. Bixby quickly. Little left-hand lay-in by Tyler Wright, and the Spartans have the lead. It's 18-16 Bixby.
They were trying to double-team Miles and really was cutting them off. Looking for the Wolf here.
Wright has 9. They're going to call a foul right there, a bit of a chop. And coming back in, Robbie Manning and Jackson Boyd. Trey Smith will have a seat, and Jackson McIntyre. And Jackson should have taken that shot. Is in the middle where he was. And I realize sometimes you're thinking, hey, I want to try to get to the big man. But when you're standing 8 feet away, you got to take that.
And it was a really tough sequence there for McIntyre. Had a couple possessions that just went awry.
So out front, Titsworth gets a screen from Flemons. Now around to Nuwan, who wants to go inside to Flemons. And Miles somehow came up with that. He's going to go up with it. Little left hand won't go. Rebound inside by Bixby. Walters went up and snatched that. Breakaway. Underneath. Up. And it's missed. Oh my, Isaac Harris was dead center and just couldn't get it to go. Big opportunity for Bixby, and here comes Nico. Off. That ball is going to go off to Manning, and that's missed, but Robbie got fouled. Great opportunity, and I thought Nuwan would go in, but he made the right pass, and Manning found himself in a good place, but got harassed by a Bixby player and couldn't get it to fall. So Robbie Manning, 2 free throws with Union down by 2 with 5:44 to go in the first half. Manning's first shot bounces out, and this is the same problem the girls had earlier. The Union girls had a lot of free throws that just would not fall for them, and none of them looked bad. They just wouldn't go. That one looked good and refused to fall. Second shot. And that one won't go, and Union's leaving points at the free throw line. That ball bounces out of bounds. Jackson Boyd was chasing it, tried to sell the official. It went off Bixby, but it will be Spartan ball. A little token pressure here from Union. The ball will come in bounds. Coons will get it back quickly to McCarter. 5:38 to go, 2-point Bixby lead. Here come the Spartans. Way out front is Walters. Now back to McCarter. Three-pointer from way outside will bounce off by Coons, and a rebound by Titsworth, and here comes Union. No break opportunity. Good job by Bixby getting back. Titsworth can't get free to Manning. Robbie drives, goes to Nawan. He's got a three, won't go. Rebound, Flemons, who else? He's way down inside. Miles turns and got it to go. Oh my. And Miles is fired up. Somebody must be talking to him, because after that basket he turned and said something. Again, we're tied at 18 and Flemons has 8. Coons harassed there. Walters. Back. McCarter. That's just a prayer right there. And oh, they're going to call Flemons. McCarter did the smart thing. He drove right into Miles Flemons, and Miles did keep his feet, but he leaned in with the body. And as you mentioned earlier, McCarter is one of those guys who will go into you to get the contact, and the official bought it. So to the line goes McCarter. He has 2 on the night. First one, no trouble. That's 3 for him now, and the lead goes back to Bixby, 19-18, pardon me, with 4:41 to go in this first half. Give credit to Coach Jordan Nagel. He's done a heck of a job with this team. Second shot bounces out, and that's going to be a foul over the back of Flemons, and that's a really unnecessary foul by Bixby. Not that it really is a big deal, but that's foul number 3 with 4:40 to go in this period. You're going to send Union to the line pretty soon.
There's going to be a tough foul to be doing while they already have an advantage of the rebound.
Jackson Boyd almost got knocked out of bounds and nothing got called. My goodness. Flemons. Miles wants to go. Turns. Left hand, and it's in. Miles Flemons is not only on fire, I think he's fired up. 20-19 Redhawks. McCarter done a good job running this team tonight. They'll go back way out front. And once again, McCarter has it. He is driven, and now he's going to drive inside. Little floater won't go. Flemons with another rebound.
That was a tough move, though. Was able to use that pivot foot and able to keep his foot in one spot, but unable to finish.
Flemons flips it back outside. Left side, right side. Pardon me, left side deep. Titsworth, nice little runner, won't go. Flemons rebound. Miles got it, but they're going to call it out of bounds and say there's a foul ahead of time. That one should be, I think, on Walking Bull. It will be his second, but that's foul number 4 now in Bixby. We got 3.5 to go here in this second period. Now Robbie Manning is limping a little as Griffin Stewart checks in, and Walking Bull will come out because of that foul. Nice job by Walters to cut off that pass. It will remain out of bounds Union. Now let's see the matchup now with Griffin Stewart down there against Flemons. That's a pretty good mismatch in my mind. Out to Manning, and Union will reset with a 1-point lead. Flemons is way out front. Three-pointer coming, and that's gotta be nothing but good. Dakarian Titsworth. He now has 5, and the lead goes to 23-19 Redhawks, and I think everybody at Bixby was thinking they're going inside. They left him by himself, and he made them pay.
Especially on the back side, because on the weak side, they're going to be able to collapse on Flemons, and so we got to get that ball quickly rotating around the perimeter. That one was just an open man, was able to find the bucket. That's what Union really needs to hone in on to finish this first half.
Bringing it up will be Cooper Coons. 3-point lead for Union, 3:18 to go in this first half. Way out front is Walters. They'll go back. Once again, almost lost there. Now it goes to Wright. He'll back it up. Got the screen, but he turns down, goes inside, flips up a little floater, won't go. Tipped up by Bixby, won't go, and Flemons with yet another rebound. Miles hands it off to Nawan. Flemons will take the basketball and goes off once again to Titsworth. He wanted another 3, couldn't get it. They'll go inside to Miles. He's immediately triple teamed. Flips it back around. Good ball movement by Union.
Wow.
Once again, here comes Titsworth for three,
Wow.
and he nailed it.
Amazing offensive possession there from Union. So many passes. Quick, quick, quick. Find the open man, and that's going to be a timeout, Bixby.
8 points now for Dakari and Titsworth, and exactly what Nick described just happened. Nick Stradamus just told you about exactly how you have to move that basketball. Union's movement was beautiful, and Jordan Nagel said, no, we've got to talk about this. So 2:29 to go in this first half. What was a Bixby lead just moments ago is now a 26-19 Union lead. How have they done it?
It seems from that last possession, those passes that are leading to Miles, I think Coach Nagel has been talking about that double team and triple team down low. Miles' timing on the passes is catching them right when they're transitioning, so that means they're late to the pass or late to the defense. And so because they're late to that defense, Union has been capitalizing on either a shot in that defense gap, or they're going to find another pass which makes that gap even larger to actually make a better shot. So you saw so many quick passes in that last transition, and that quick passes just led to even more opening positions.
Well, you may be thinking to yourself, this is an 11-8 team, this Bixby team, 4-5 in district play. How are they hanging in there? I think one thing you're seeing is this is a team that is improving as the season goes along.
Yeah.
Basketball back to Bixby. A little trapping on the outside right there. Now Coons will take it. He'll pull back, and he got it to fall. Bit of a streak breaker right there for Cooper Coons, and it's 26-21. Coons has 6.
Still in the bonus, Union will be in this first half, so you got to be careful, Bixby.
Yeah, for 2 minutes to go. And that ball is stolen away as Flemons tried to turn underneath, and Coons did a nice job. Coons, three-point attempt coming, and that will go off the rim there for Wright, but a foul's called underneath, and that will be against Bixby. That's going to go on Anthony Walters. And that's kind of a key right there, because a bucket there, you got a three-point game, and then we're kind of still in a back and forth. That foul is going to give Union an opportunity to put points on the board.
And that foul kind of went against the flow of play, and so that's why Coach Nagel is very upset about that call, because now that's going to put Union at the free throw line shooting 2.
Well, Coach Norris is yelling at the officials, and the officials are talking amongst themselves. That is foul number 5. So the officials are going to talk about whether or not this is really truly an out-of-bounds play or if this is a free throw, and they're going to go over and talk to Coach Norris. One of the officials just turned to Coach Norris and put both hands down on the court like, don't. And then turned and walked away. So Trey Smith will go to the line. He may have been arguing which player was to go to the line. I'm not quite sure, but Trey will go. He has 3 on the night. And he still has 3. First one off the front of the rim. And, boy, again, there's that bugaboo. The Union boys and girls have struggled from the line tonight.
And from that previous sequence, for it to be an offensive foul on Bixby on the opposite end of the court now to be a free throw for Union, you have to capitalize.
He missed them both. Oh, my goodness. And he almost came up with a rebound, though. It does finally go to McCarter, and here come the Bixby Spartans. Beautiful opportunity missed right there for Union. Off to the corner. Now back out front. Coons wanted to get that little floater, but he couldn't do it. McCarter way out there. Coons again. Here comes Coons to the middle. And they're going to call a foul. Ooh, they called that on Flemons, and Miles did reach in. I think he might have gotten the wrist. That is the 3rd foul on Union now with 1:32 to go in this first half and a 5-point Red Hawk lead.
Yeah, it looks like they called it on Nuwan on the slap on the wrist, so that was a better eye to be able to see that it wasn't Flemons.
Right, backing down on Smith. Turns and he is flapped out of there by Flemons. Nuwan has Manning on the right, turns that down. Now he goes to Robbie. Robbie way across court. Back to Titsworth. Now back outside to Nuwan.
Roll.
Oh, he had the roll but didn't take it. Nuwan pulls up, won't go. Flemons put back, won't go. Manning knocks it around. It's still on the floor. Bixby comes up with it. McCarter flying down court. Here comes Bixby. McCarter to the hole. It is again blocked. Flemons with 2 blocks on 2 possessions. Quickly down court. Now to Miles. Will he drive? He won't. Trey Smith has a 3. Yes! 29-21, Trey Smith, and a beautiful feed from Miles Flemons. Trey Smith, who got the start tonight as a senior, has 6.
And that's where we see Trey Smith a lot. He had the one game where he had started 3 for 3 and had 9 points. Now he's starting for 3 now for this game. So definitely heating up in this first half.
And just think if he'd hit the free throws.
Yeah.
Coons way out front, doesn't have a lot of time. Coons drives, and there's a foul called before he goes up. And that's a good call. Nuwan and he were pretty much hand fighting, and Nico was doing a pretty good job of pushing. Looked like a defensive back in the NFL. That is the 4th foul on Union, so with 28 seconds and counting, well, and counting in a minute, that will mean the next foul against Union will bring free throws. Jackson Boyd will check in these last 27 seconds. That's a good job right there by Coach Norris recognizing. All the way up to Stewart, now back around. They'll get the ball to the corner, 3 coming, and it is good. Cooper Coons, that gives him 9. He matches the 3, and it's 29-24, 15 seconds to go first half. Excellent basketball game here tonight at the UMAC. Flemons way out front, goes to Manning. 5 seconds, someone's going to have to hurry. Now, Titsworth with an opportunity. Boyd, nope, can't get it to go. Flemons' tip won't go, and that's how we'll go to the half. Good opportunity for the Red Hawks. They had several chances, couldn't get any of those to fall, but they take a 5-point lead to the halftime, 29-24. 8 points for Titsworth, 10 points for a fired-up Miles Flemons, 6 for Trey Smith on the other side, 9 for Cooper Coons, and 9 for Tyler Wright. So we have seen that first half. Both teams have felt each other just out a little bit. I still think there's a little bit, maybe, I don't know, adrenaline, Nick, that needs to calm.
Even in that, even at that halftime moment, just watching Coach Norris, he walked up to the referees to talk to them after that play. So it's very hot right now. Seems like things are boiling, and we're just waiting for that moment to boil over.
As a matter of fact, you saw some of the Union players turn around when they were almost out of the arena and say something back to the middle of the court. I think we have us a pretty good one, folks. So don't go away. We're going to step away for just a moment here. We'll come back. Union with the lead, 29-24, here on the Union Sports Network.
Does your school or organization need athletic apparel or spirit wear? Let me suggest Inkwell, a Tulsa-based company that can get you the quality you deserve at unheard of and unmatched lead times. Talking 2 weeks or less, not 2 months like most others, and can do it as much as 60% less than most of the big guys out there. So join the likes of Sand Springs, Union, Broken Arrow, Jinx, Oolaga, and Glenpool, to name a few, and get your customized sublimated uniforms, including Under Armour, Nike, or Adidas at InkwellNation.com.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
When summer heats up and your AC isn't working right, be cautious of being pressured into a replacement.
It's always a good idea to get a second opinion, and Airco will let you know if your AC is worth fixing.
So call Airco today for a free second opinion.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Shields is now open at the Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, and we can't thank you enough for the warm welcome. Whether you love the great outdoors, sports, or fashion, Shields has something for everyone. Our passionate and knowledgeable Shields experts are excited to welcome you to explore thousands of brands and premium products. From our golf simulator, service shop, archery lanes, and more, we're ready to get you fitted with the best gear for you. We can't wait to see you at Shields.
Hey Union fans, score big with TTCU Federal Credit Union School Pride Card. Each time you use your card, we donate to Union Public Schools, adding to the $2.5 million we've given statewide. TTCU, where members are raving fans.
Select Commercial Group, a part of Coldwell Banker Select, is a highly reputable and professional firm specializing in commercial real estate services. David Roberts heads up the group with over 40 years of management experience and over 20 years in the real estate market. Sarah Bergeson, Scott Job, Jason Smith, Amy Bauman are skilled professionals that are poised to help you achieve your goals. Select Commercial Group treats their clients like family. With a wealth of experience and expertise in the industry, they are dedicated to providing exceptional services to clients seeking commercial real estate solutions. Whether you are looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest in commercial properties, their expertise covers various sectors, including office spaces, retail properties, industrial facilities, and more. Select Commercial Group is the go-to partner for all your commercial real estate needs. Call 918-695-6979 or 918-394-0700, a sponsor of the Union Red Hawks.
Welcome back inside John Q. Hammons Arena on the campus of Union High School here on a Tuesday night. It's high school basketball late in the season, just before postseason time. I'm Rick Corey along with Nick Irwin, Andy Irwin, and the Union Sports Network crew. We've got ourselves a dandy here, 29-24 Union over at Bixby at the half, and it has been part basketball, part wrestling, a little bit of boxing match almost. Nobody had a fight or anything. But this one certainly has a little chippiness, Nick.
Yeah, and especially with how that half ended, it's going to be even hotter in this second half, which if you're checking it out on the live stream, Bixby just now coming out of the locker room, and then Union now doing as well. So both coaches wanted to have a little bit more talking to their team a little bit. So I think for right now, we're seeing a little bit of chippiness on the player standpoint, but I think with the coaches right now, with the referees, I think that's also going to kind of light a fire underneath these boys.
Well, you've got two very veteran coaches here, and Jordan Nagel at Bixby and Scott Norris. You know they had talks with their teams at the half of keep your composure, keep your poise. You're not going to do your team any good with silly fouls or that kind of thing. Don't be talking to the other guy. Make a play, go back and make another play, and then look up at the scoreboard. I think that's what you have to kind of focus on. Now, let's get down to the actual play. Miles Flemons had 10 in that first half, and he was fired up. Someone had to say something to him early on because Miles is fairly mild-mannered, and he was chirping a little bit in there. But the other thing is Titsworth has been very big. Nuwan only has 3. Trey Smith has 6. What we need is some of the other guys to step along. For instance, there were several opportunities for Robbie Manning. He couldn't make things happen. McIntyre had an easy 6 or 8 footer. He continued to make a different pass and threw that ball away. I think at some point what you've got to do is kind of settle into that traditional offense.
Yeah, and while they're going to be trap heavy on Flemons, those other players need to know, I need to be quick to pull this trigger. I need to be expecting this open shot to be available because they might be trapping one of your teammates. So in that moment, you might have to say, okay, I'm going to pull this trigger. I'm going to be quick to shoot this three-pointer, maybe a pump fake, one dribble pull-up. Those other players who aren't seeing a lot of points right now, I think Coach Norris is going to speak life into them to say, hey, if you have that open shot or if you feel like you can take it individually, try to play a little bit more individual ball for that.
Coach Norris is still working the officials down there. Those officials are Kevin Lynch, Keith Bergman, and Kevin Michaeloff, and they're probably as wishing the next 16 minutes were over as anybody in this building now, as Coach Norris is fired up about something that's happening down underneath. So we're about to get the second half underway. 29-24 Union. Red Hawks, as I said, beat this team 67-49 earlier, but Union got beat pretty handily by Owasso last time out last week, and they need this win. So the ball will be out of bounds to Bixby. Their big scorers, Tyler Wright and Cooper Coons, both have 9 as we start this second half. Inbounds to McCarter, and here we go. Second half underway at the UMAC, better known as the John Q. Hammonds Arena. Tried to get that back cut, and they had it there to Coons, but missed it. Now they'll go down inside, and that is a good inside move, but missed in there by Wright. Another rebound for Miles Flemons.
Good defense from Boyd there, staying straight up.
Miles goes down inside. King is wide open. Good feed, and that's 2, and it's 31-24.
Good eyes there from Flemons. He caught the ball in transition, was able to float it up to King, and King was able to go up with a nice layup.
First 2 of the night for King. Bixby, nice little drive on the inside. They're going to call the body foul in there. I will say Tyler Wright has done a really good job tonight, Nick, of getting down inside, drawing contact, not always getting the foul, but doing a good job of putting you in a position.
When he's able to dribble downhill, he's able to use that momentum very, very strong. And I think on the first shot he had in the second half, it was defended well by Boyd. They just went back to the well to see if he could play that good defense.
Knocks down that first free throw like it's not a big deal. He's now in double figures with 10. One more coming. Second one good as well. That's 11 points now for Tyler Wright, and it's a 31-26 game. Titsworth will decide where he wants to go with the basketball. He'll back it up. Nuwan from 3. That one just corners the rim and won't go in, so a rebound comes off to Bixby, and here comes McCarter. You hear the chants of D by the school or the student section here tonight. Coons, nothing there for him. Walking Bull can't get much either. Now he makes a move, goes underneath, and puts up a kind of a prayer of a shot, and unfortunately King fouled him. And you know, if you're Caleb King, there's a teachable moment right there. He was under and behind the backboard. Just hold your body, let him go by you. He does not have a possibility, and you've just now giving Walking Bull 2 free throws.
Yeah, he was so far underneath the basket that there was going to be no opportunity for Walking Bull to score. So why are we contesting it? The backboard is going to be able to do that job.
Walking Bull knocks it down. That is his first point of the night, and it's 31-27. Walking Bull's having quite the battle inside with Miles Flemons. Second shot rims out. He'll remain at 1, and it's a 4-point game with Union in the lead. Flemons with yet another rebound. Miles must have about 10. Titsworth got a double screen, but nothing coming of it. They'll go back to him. Dakarian down inside. Miles has some room. He'll back him down, draws a crowd. Back out to Titsworth, across to Nawan. Nico drives, tried to bounce pass inside. King had it blocked. He'll go up again. It goes in, and he got the and one. Give Caleb King a lot of credit right there. He got that first one kind of knocked away, stayed with it, got the ball back up, and got it down. So Caleb King with 4, and he has a chance to add to that right here. That's an effort play by number 12. Free throw up and good. King with 5 now in the lead, 33-27. That's just an effort play, Nick.
Yeah, and his ability to elevate was really impressive to fight through the defensive stand.
McCarter gets by everybody and has it partially blocked in there by Flemons, and here comes Titsworth. Goes right side, Nawan got some room, knocks down another 3. Pardon me, that's left side. Nico Nawan now with 6, and the lead is 37-27. Walking Bull, little pull-up, got it to go. And a timeout called by Jordan Nagel. Walking Bull, that's maybe the best athletic move offensively of the night, and now a 37-29 game. So it's an 8-point game, and you can tell what Coach Nagel thinks. After that quick 2, he was afraid of another break by Union and then starting the momentum. I think that's a good timeout.
And I think right there as well, Coach Norris is talking to Flemons to say, hey, we make a 3, we can't turn off right there. We have to keep our hand up because Walking Bull was able to elevate and able to find an opening spot there. So even after we make a bucket, we still need to stay active, stay engaged. So Flemons turned off for just a half second, and Bixby was able to capitalize, able to get a quick 2 points. And then, as you were mentioning, Coach Nagel wants to capitalize that on a good defensive possession here and hopefully being able to capitalize on another offensive opportunity.
I think you got to give Walking Bull some credit, too. He elevated pretty good, and he's already 6'7". So it's a 37-29 lead for Union. 5:40 to go, third period. Down underneath, Jackson Boyd got it up and in. Beautiful feed in there by Titsworth. It's a 10-point game.
I don't know how he got that angle, but he was able to get a pretty impressive shot there.
McCarter, he's quick with the basketball. Titsworth down inside, and he's going to turn inside. Wright got another one, and he got a foul. Oh, Tyler Wright now with 13, and he's going to have a chance to add to that with the N1. And Boyd thought he had pretty good position. I'm not sure how he got that pass there from the outside. What a brilliant, brilliant pass.
And I think that's the pass was what caught Boyd by surprise, so Boyd overextended a little bit too much and caused that to be a foul.
Free throw will not go. Wright remains at 13, and it's an 8-point game, 39-31. Here comes Dakarian Titsworth. King will give him a screen. Clemens back to King, and Union will set it again. Oh, they tried to pass it across court, would not go, and Cooper Coons comes up with it. Here comes Bixby. McCarter will set back out front. He is quick with the basketball. Titsworth will move out on him. Around the screen. Walking Bull from way outside. Can't get it to go. It's rebounded, though. Inside by Bixby. The up and under by Tyler Wright. He now has 15. I think Nick is right. There might have been a push-off. It wasn't caught, though, and it's 39-33. Huge night for Tyler Wright. Boyd
that's a shot
drives in. Jackson turns, spins, puts it up again. Wild shot won't go. King with a great rebound. Oh, give a lot of credit right there to Caleb King. Union gets to reset. Titsworth. Three-pointer won't go. Rebound to Bixby. Wright has it. He'll get it back out front to Cooper Coons.
That timeout that Bixby was talking about, they were trying to make sure that they were smart on the offensive time. Now they're able to use some good possessions here.
Walking Bull, inside. Got it once again to Wright. They know they've got the matchup they want in there. Wright is taking advantage right now of the matchup against Jackson Boyd. He got another foul call, and again, Wright goes to the line. Now, if you're Jackson Boyd, how do you play that?
Which I think in that play right there, Coach Norris was talking to Caleb King, so I might have been King was supposed to be on Wright just in that kind of half second, and so since Boyd was the one attacked, he couldn't get back on defense.
First free throw is good by Wright. That gives him 16 for the night. And quite honestly, if you put King on him, you've probably got a bit of a mismatch in that Wright's a little quicker. If you put Jackson Boyd on him, you probably got a mismatch and maybe he's a little bit more athletic. Either way, this might create the mismatch, and it's not going to be easy no matter what you do. Second free throw good as well. And now it's a 39-35 game and 16 points for Tyler Wright.
Wow.
Titsworth almost lost it. Here he goes. Little inside move. Got it to go off the glass. Good job by Titsworth. He now breaks double figures with 10, and it's a 41-35 lead.
He's able to float an arrow with the left hand.
Ball knocked away. Titsworth chasing after it. Almost got knocked down with his shoulder. They didn't call anything somehow. Nawan from way outside, it won't go. Rebound to Trey Smith. Caleb King goes inside and pushed off. Was Miles Flemons, and that push-off coming from Griffin Stewart. I don't know how they got away with that almost defensive back tackle right there as the ball was being kicked down court. Holy cow, we've got ourselves a bit of a physical game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Nawan, back to Titsworth. Here comes three.
Bang.
Got it.
Big time shot from Titsworth.
13 for Titsworth, 44-35 Union, 3:14 to go third period.
Good eyes from Nawan. See the hot hand and pass it to him.
Nice move by McCarter. Little pull up right there, and that's not going to do anything for Tyler Wright. It's an air ball, and Union has the basketball, and this becomes a very dangerous time right now for Bixby. Union has got a little bit of momentum. They're showing off a little bit of athleticism, a little better passing-wise right about now, playing good defense. I think if you see a three or another spectacular play right here, I think Coach Nagel might have to call a timeout. Titsworth way out front. He's done such a good job of running it. Way across. Trey Smith inside. Caleb King inside. That goes to Flemons. He got knocked down. King with a putback. Can't get it. And it on rebound and put it back, and it's good with the and one. A very unusual miss inside by Miles Flemons, but King with the rebound, then the rebound of his own miss, and he gets fouled.
Flemons had a lot of contact on him. He goes to the floor. Everyone's looking for a whistle. Caleb King steps up, misses it, puts it back up, gets the rebound, and completes the N1. And again, that intensity for this second half is Coach Norris talking with the referee about that foul on Flemons.
Free throw goes up and in. So an excellent night now for Caleb King, as Caleb now with 8. Now a 12-point lead for Union, 47-35. Bixby a little bit of a loss right here. Wright will drive. He'll put up the left-hander, and he got it to go. Tyler Wright now with 18, and he is the only offense right now for Bixby.
So we talked about that sub. Smith in for Boyd. The plan doesn't change for Bixby. They still attack whoever's guarding him.
Titsworth has done very well driving the basketball. He's going to see if he can do it again. Instead, he'll go back to King. Inside to Flemons. That is knocked away. Good play by McCarter. Pass wasn't great. McCarter was able to front that and knock it away, and here comes Bixby. McCarter, he's got a lane. Goes inside. Left hand up and good. I think Union might be a little bit lucky there wasn't a foul called right there, but it is now a 47-39 game. Once again, Titsworth, a minute 39 to go in this third period. Well, he picked up that dribble, needs some help. Trey Smith provides it. Back to the Karian. Looks inside again to Miles, and he is fouled. Miles had behind him Griffin Stewart, then Wright cut in front of him, and both guys did a pretty good job position-wise, but then you can't shove them like that from behind. And that will be foul number 3 on Griffin Stewart. Fourth foul of the period by Bixby. Union has 4 this period as well. Union will inbounds. They'll go way out front to Nawan. Nothing there, so to King. Trey Smith's got a 3 if he wants it. Instead, he goes inside to Miles, and it won't go, but he was fouled. Oh, that pass was just a little high. Had it not been, Miles was going to flush that without question. Instead, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Miles Fleming has 2 mitts of hands for his ability to catch some of these passes, because it seems like it was just way too much, and he palms it and is able to go straight up with it.
Don't know how he's able to catch that. Nick's right. He's just got great hands. First free throw for Miles is as good as it gets. Flemings with 11. Leading scorer for Union, though, is Titsworth with 13.
Senior Isaac Bergen getting the check-in.
And a really good set of minutes right there for Caleb King, a really good set. As Flemings will shoot the second free throw. That was going to come short, just like that first one did. Miles now with 11, and it's a 9-point game, 48-39. McCarter, way out front to right. Right, here he comes with the drive again, turns. This time he's got Trey Smith on him. Another drive by Bixby, but they can't get anywhere as Harris pulls it back. Harris is going to drive again and put it up, and that ball goes nowhere. And Flemings,
when he throws it off the head,
was about to fall out of bounds, and he just whacked Isaac Harris in the head with the ball.
Since Harris was already on the ground, laying out of bounds, Flemings was falling, so he throws the ball to the player on the ground.
And it just happened to hit him on the head. I don't really think he was aiming for his head. Coach Jordan Nagel isn't sure, and he raised a little with the official right there. Bergen, opportunity for three. Oh, that's an air ball. 41 seconds, here we go. Right, deep down court on the pass, little Euro step, and it is just slapped out of bounds. Flemings will help him up, but Miles Flemings capped that thing. Oh, boy.
Something got underneath Flemings early with him this game, and he has a sense of swagger upon him for tonight's game.
Well, and he ran the court to make that play, too. You talk about a big man who will run the court. There it was. 35 seconds to go. Right, way outside. That is Coons. Back to Coons. Coons. Little pull-up. Won't go. Off the rim. Flemings, another rebound. Oh, he traveled with it. Flemings wanted to go to Titsworth, and Titsworth was not looking. Miles tried to regather and couldn't. So with an 8-point lead, Union turns it over, and Bixby will have another opportunity with just under 23 seconds to go third period.
I think that ball off the rim kind of caught Flemings off guard, so he didn't have the full possession to dribble, so he just kind of bobbled it all the way.
McCarter to right, back to McCarter, and here comes Bixby. Way out front to Coons, and that one is off the side of the rim. Good position right there by King. He goes down but saves the ball. Nuwan has it out front, 9 seconds to go. Titsworth, someone's going to have to make a play. Dakarian Titsworth,
wow.
Get that! Drive by Titsworth, little lane is good. Bixby will have to throw it from down court. It's blocked, and we go to the fourth period, 50-39. What a play by Dakarian Titsworth. He now has 15.
He was floating in that play.
A 50-39 lead after what began this third period is like, oh, this could be trouble. Now, we talked, Nick, about these two teams trying to settle a little bit. It looks to me like Union settled a little bit more. Now, not to say that Bixby's playing out of control. They're not. They right now only have one option, though, and that's Tyler Wright. Union's been able to find several options. Titsworth, we've got King playing very well. Miles has 11 points. It just looks like the Redhawks have more opportunities.
Yeah, with the Spartans, if they're looking only through Tyler Wright, Tyler really likes to dribble downhill. And if he's dribbling downhill, we like to collapse on that, and it's going to be able to make it a lot easier on the defensive side. So once we limit that scoring opportunity, the Spartans really don't have anybody else. So for the Spartans, they're going to be looking towards their perimeter players to start shooting the ball, or at least passing it a little bit more. But Coach Norris wants us to keep that gas pedal down, wants to keep using the momentum. And it looks like we're going to have a substitution here. We're going to have Elias Madrid checking in, senior on senior night.
We saw Elias's family come out with him, and you can understand why he's his height, right?
He's the smallest one out of the entire family, and he's sitting at a whopping 6'6".
His brother made him look like a toddler when he walked out there, and his dad's tall, too. What a family, man.
And if Elias is able to get a shot up, a three-pointer, this whole place is going to tell.
If he can get it to go, the roof might come off. We begin the fourth quarter, 50-39.
He wants it.
And Elias way out front. Maybe too early to do that now. Titsworth to the side. Nuwan from three. Got it. Bang. Nico Nuwan, that's 9 for him right now, and the Red Hawks are rolling, 53-39. What was a tight game at one point has become a Red Hawk kind of exhibition. McCarter, nice little three, but it won't go. Good job down there by Wright with the rebound, and he's fouled going back up. Wright was down there amongst about 2 or 3 Redhawks, and he was still able at 6'2" to get up and get that rebound.
Yeah, Madrid comes in, checks in, and it gets a foul immediately. It was just the intensity there from Tyler Wright that blew right by the defense, and so Madrid's going to pick up the foul here.
And Wright looking to get to 20 here. He's 18. Nope, he won't do that as that first one rims out. Elias is going to go back and have a seat now. At least he got to start that 4th period, and Caleb King will come back in. We might see Elias again here. We've got 7:27 left in this game, so let's see. Second shot goes in for Wright, and now he has 19. Heck of a night for Tyler Wright. Titsworth, who's been very good in this 3rd period on, will go to Caleb King, who's also been a spark plug. Once again to Titsworth. He has driven it. Now he'll pull back for the 3. Got it. Wow. Oh, boy. Union is on fire. Titsworth with 18, and it's 56-40.
Really nice step-back play there from Titsworth.
He took the little step. He had the screen. They tried to run around the screen, step back, and he said, fine, I'll just take the shot. Wright cannot get around Trey Smith. Good defense. Good move right there to get around King, though, for Harris, but he couldn't get it down, and here comes Union. Trey Smith got a chance for 3, won't go. Rebound inside, Caleb King put back.
That's what happens when you crash the boards. You have opportunities of scoring. That ball fell right in the lap of King, and easy putback.
58-40 Union. Quick little move right there, almost thrown away by Bixby. It goes back to Coons. And Wright again, who may drive. Trey Smith has done a good job, though. Wright pulls up. Trey fouled him. Wright did a good job. He drove inside, gave the little pump fake, and Trey, who's an excellent defender, bought that fake. Coach Norris is having a conversation with him right now about that. Hey, you know, but if he pulls in, if he goes in, pulls up and takes that shot, and you don't go with him, Coach Norris is going to have a conversation with you about that. So I think in that situation, unless you're going to cut him off before he drives, you don't have a lot of win.
Yeah, and with his ability to use his head, that's how the pump fake can be so successful of using your head. And so Trey Smith caught looking, watching the eyes of the player, and that caused a shot foul on Trey Smith.
Rebound, or pardon me, the free throw no good, so Wright will remain at 20. Once again, Titsworth. Corner, three-pointer coming, and oh, that is no good. Got another senior in the game.
And one from Flemings.
Yep, that senior in the game was Jamal Thomas. He did not get that 3 to go, but Flemings will go to the line. Miles with 11. He is not the leading scorer. That would be Titsworth with 18. But I don't think Miles cares as long as he wins. This is his senior night, though, so it's important. 6 minutes to go in this game, 60-42 Union. What was a very tight game is now an 18-point lead.
Yeah, and it seems like there's a lot of time left in this fourth.
Miles Flemings off the backboard. And he just smiles and lets it go. So the and one goes down. 14 now for Miles Flemings, and the Union lead 61-42. McCarter back to Wright. Wright with Trey Smith on him. Here comes the screen. Wright can't get around it. Good job of trying to get to that.
Oh,
that's Robbie Manning who double dribbled. It was a good job of trying to get around the screen, but they floated the pass. Union intercepted. Manning just kind of lost his mind there for a moment. He had it, took a little step, dribbled, and then stopped, and then took another little step. And Robbie kept going like, maybe I can fake him out.
Yeah, maybe they won't notice, but
right.
For that, it seemed like he didn't really expect it to be so open. He's always so quick to outlet, and so just got to be more mindful of that.
Right with the move this time. That should be a foul, and it is. That should be that is an absolute charge. Really good job down inside there by Robbie Manning. Wright does such a good job of going, and he knows he goes with that right hand a lot of times. So Robbie sat up right there, let him crash into him, and the ball goes to Union. 5:29 to go in this game, 61-42 Redhawks. Flemings way out front to Manning. Robbie is completely unguarded if he wants that shot. He'll dribble inside, now goes to Flemings, who's got about 100 people on him. Trey Smith, another 3, won't go. Ball tipped out of there. Titsworth hands it off, but he traveled. Titsworth had the ball, and he was dribbling, and he wanted to get inside to Robbie Manning. But he picked the ball up, and I saw the step, Nick. I'm assuming you did too. And Titsworth looks around him like, hey, I didn't do that, but he did. He dragged that foot. That's a good call. 61-42, ball goes over to Bixby. Here come the Spartans. Little turnaround in there is nice. Cooper Coons now with 12 as he splashed that one at 61-44. Now the point is, keep your head. This can get a little weird at the end of a game when it's been so tight and now you lead. Titsworth tried to get inside, and that ball knocked away. I say inside, actually. Tried to get it up to the top of the key, as that's where Miles Flemons had come, and Bixby is, I think everybody who lives in Bixby is guarding Flemons right now, and they knocked that ball away.
I still have yet to see a referee make a point on that last inbound, but
Trey Smith inside, floater, nope. Rebound, Robbie Manning. Robbie got it to go. The senior got it down, and Robbie Manning adds to his total tonight. He now has 4, and the Red Hawk lead is 63-44. Robbie was fouled, so he's got an opportunity to make this a 20-point game. Love to see good things for the senior Robbie Manning. He has just been a good team player his whole career. Coach Norris still talking to the officials. One of the officials is laughing and shaking his head as he walks away. That one goes down. Robbie has 5, and it's a 20-point game, 64-44. The official just walked away shaking his head, and as he walked away, Coach Jordan Nagel said, hey, come over here. And now Jordan Nagel's talking to him, and he's still just shaking his head. These officials want this next 4.5 to go quick, Nick.
Yep.
McCarter.
Which this game to be already a 20-point lead right now for Union with this much time, this seems like it went by so fast.
McCarter has a nice open 3. It won't go. Well, it did go. Albeit that thing bounced up the top of the rim and then went in. So McCarter gets another one. He's got 8 now, and the lead is 64-47. Titsworth will take his time now as we're under 4 to play. Nice screen by Manning. Trey Smith, far side of the court. Nico Nawan goes underneath, back to Trey. He has another 3 and splash. Trey Smith does it again. That is 9 for Trey Smith. And the lead extends once again to 20.
Sharpshooter Trey Smith tonight.
Way outside for Bixby. That goes nothing but air ball. And the rebound comes down to Titsworth. And Flemons inside. Miles puts it up. Knocks it down, and he's fouled. And Griffin Stewart, who fouled him, knew right away that he fouled him, and he kind of started to lean down to help him up, and then just turned and walked away like, hey, there's nothing I can do.
And the big celebration with the student section there fell right in the lap of the student section. Really hype moment there.
That's 16 for Miles Flemons, and he has a chance to add to it. If he gets this one, 35 of the 69 will belong to Takarian Titsworth and Miles Flemons. Miles is a good free throw shooter and knocks that one down. So 17 tonight for number 22, the Drake signee. Well, Drake commit, let's put it like that. 70-47. McCarter has it stolen away. Here comes Titsworth. Takarian up and can't get it to go, but he got fouled. Flemons jammed the rebound, the putback, but that won't count. Titsworth could have waited for help, but he thought, nah. Right to the hole. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Referee's having a quick discussion, seeing if it was a foul in the act.
That's the 4th foul on Bixby. So with 3 minutes to go and 9 seconds in this last period, from this point forward, they'll all be shooting fouls. Going to call that one on Cole Seeger. And now Walking Bull will check back in. Having a seat will be Stewart.
Wow, so the referees were making a decision on if that was going to be a bucket. Since Flemons was floating above it, they said bucket was good since the ball was going to be falling into the net. So interesting decision there.
Well, they didn't give it to Miles because he still has 17. So you can't give him the bucket and then have this guy shoot free throws unless there was a technical involved. So they did not give him the 2.
They were only shooting 1, so.
Well, you know what they did? They gave Titsworth the 2. Yeah, they gave Dakarian the 2 and just called it an and 1. That's what they did. Long one for Bixby will not go in, and Titsworth with the rebound. So you're right, they gave him the 2, but they didn't give it to Miles. Miles came in and flushed it at the end. That's a little confusing because that would be touching the basketball. I'm not sure how that came about, but anyway. Titsworth will go to Flemons. Miles will spin. Nwan. Trey Smith got another 3 coming. Won't go. Tipped around. Put back up, and that's Robbie Manning underneath. Love the senior with an extra effort right there, and Robbie Manning now with 7 as the lead goes to 74-47.
So this is going to be a quick timeout for Union, going to talk about keeping their heads and possibly getting some subs here in the final 2.5 minutes.
I've got an official friend I'm going to have to call to get a little clarification on that last one.
Yeah, it seemed like it was going up in the air on a layup attempt. It didn't look like it was going to fall by itself. That's why Flemons came in and flushed it. But the referees made the decision that was going to be the and 1, that ball was going to somehow fall in. But
you can't make that decision as an official. You can't guess whether it's going in or not. Either Flemons should get the points, or that should be a non-play, and there should be free throws.
And 2 of them, at least,
right.
just for Titsworth.
I'm sure there's an explanation that neither Nick and I understand, but I'm going to get right to the director of officials in Tulsa and ask about that.
When the kids watch this tonight, when they're watching film, hopefully they'll be able to know in their heart what was made, because we were confused.
I guarantee you the coaches and everybody else down there knows. Coons out front for Bixby with 2.5 to go. And Union up by a bunch. 74-47.
Man, this game just exploded exponentially for Union in
that
scoring.
Third period was big for Union.
Yep.
Drive here by Coons. He gets nothing out of it. Bixby looks like they just want to run a little bit of motion offense. Coons trying to get something on Boyd. Pulls back, got a 3, and got it to go. Cooper Coons having a nice night. That's 15 for him now. And with 2 minutes to go, Union will bring it up and more than likely be pretty patient. And if you're wondering why some of the seniors are still out there, that's the reason. They're seniors. Trey Smith, another chance for 3. Oh, that one won't go, but Flemons got it. Miles put it back and 1. You'd think people would learn after a while, when he's that deep, just don't foul him. He's going to score.
Yeah, he's already got position enough. There isn't going to be much that's going to rock him off his positioning.
No, he's going to score. And if you foul him, all you're going to do is give him an extra 1. Checking in will be Jackson McIntyre and Isaac Bergen. So having a seat, Robbie Manning, who's done some really good work tonight, and Nico Nwan, who has as well. Flemons with 19. We'll see if he can get to that 20-point mark. And he can. So Flemons at 20, and the Union leads 77-50. A 27-point lead in a game that was once led by Bixby by 4. Spartans way out front. Minute 37. I think they might be kind of willing to let it go too. Maybe not. Thought about the three-pointer, did Bixby. They did not take it. McCarter, he's going to drive, and he's going to pull back. That's not a bad shot by McCarter, but he can't get it to fall, and Flemons will take it out of there and give it to Jackson Boyd. Way out front now to Miles. He's going to back him down again, but nowhere to go with it. He'll go far across the court. That three-pointer is no good. Put back up inside, and that is a good shot, and that's going to go down, and Jackson McIntyre will get 2. And others will check in now for Union. Jamal Thomas will come into the game. Elias Madrid is back in the game. Let's just see if we can't get one of these guys a shot, right? So you got Bergen out there, you got McIntyre, you got Jamal Thomas, Elias Madrid. Good lineup out there for these Red Hawks, under a minute to go. That was Fugate out front for Bixby. Now down inside, and nice little move. A little turnaround, won't go inside there though for Cook. Rebound for Madrid. And Jackson Boyd will come out of there. Madrid, Elias is way outside. McIntyre goes back to Boyd. McIntyre's got a chance for 3. That's going to be an air ball, though. And it'll come out of there to Fugate, and here comes Bixby. Fugate hands it off. Now back out front to him, and it's stolen.
Reed Boyd.
Jackson Boyd's going to have an easy layup. Everybody wanted him to spike it, to flush it, and he thought about it, but he took the step, and you realized it wasn't going to happen, so he laid it in. That's 4 for number 5. This will about do us here with 3 seconds to go. And Bixby will take one more shot, and it falls for Hunter Cox. He's got 2, and that makes it 81-53. So on the night, Union, kind of an unimpressive first half. Really, not so much that as it was. I think Bixby played very well, and Union might have played a little bit out of their style. They come out in the third period, really put it to them. Despite the 20 points for Tyler Wright, you had a great night in here for Miles Flemons. He had 20 points. You got 20 points also for Dakarian Titsworth, 9 for Nico Nawan, 10 for Caleb King. It was a really good night for almost everybody. And this Union basketball team, I think, got done what they needed after the Owasso game.
Yeah, being able to keep their chins up. Coach Norris was able to keep that confidence high as we're going to go deeper into this season. Titsworth with a great night. Flemons, as always, wonderful defensive effort. Union's able to come out on top and hopefully going to keep this energy as we move deeper into February.
All right, so that's going to do it. 81-52, the Red Hawks win. We will see you again next week here. Myself, Rick Corey, along with Nick Irwin. We have Andy Irwin and the Union Sports Network crew. 81-52. Tonight, Union wins over Bixby. Good night from the Union John Q. Hammonds Arena.